Yo, 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 it's your boy Big Val Opinion, man, and welcome back. Welcome back to the Big Val Opinion show, man. Today, y'all see the title, man. Y'all saw the title. When did y'all jump off the porch? When did y'all jump off the porch? Courtney, what's up? Creepy T, what's up? Courtney say 14.
Come on, I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like worth living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black, my stomach hurts, so I'm
Looking for a purse to snatch.
cops give it to everybody to eat, bro.
Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, either heat, bro.
Get it back to the kids,
Through the hills.
one less hungry mouth for the welfare. Hardship them, don't let them kill a brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Hugh said. 2 shots in the drop, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brothers, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother
To the two distant strangers.
and that's how it's supposed to be. I can never take a brother close to me. I let it go back to when we played as kids and then change.
That's the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Dana J, what up, bro?
That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah.
Man, the title for the video tonight was, at what age did you jump off the porch? Meaning that, when we say what age did you jump off the porch, meaning, I get that light out of there. Meaning, at what age were you allowed to go down the street, without having permission? At what age did you not have to ask for permission? Courtney Love say 14. She said 14. That sounds about a common, 14 sounds like a common age. Miss Virgo Gray, what's up? Dana J, what's up? Courtney say, shit, I jump off the porch and climb out the window too. Trust me, we all have. We all have. I'm sure we all have. We're gonna laugh, all fun and game. Oh yeah. Miss Virgo, Miss Lady T speaking to everybody. Miss Lady T said 14. I think I probably jumped off the porch at about 13, maybe 12. 12 or 13. Living with grandparents. When you live with grandparents, you had a little freedom. Living with grandparents, you had a little freedom, you had a little flexibility. You know what I'm saying? You had a little, the old folks call it, you had a little leeway. You know what I'm saying? You had a little leeway. When you live with your grandparents, they gave you some leeway. They always say, I ain't gonna do nothing to him. I'm gonna let him hang himself. They would always tell you that. They didn't understand that shit. I never understood that. That line right there coming up. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna let him hang himself. It's like, why would our grandparents refer to hanging ourselves? Hanging. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the shit that our people have been through, hanging should be the last thing they want to say. But there used to be a common line that our grandparents used to say. Oh, I ain't gonna get nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing to him. I'm gonna let him hang himself. I remember hearing, oh, a hard head make a soft ass. And that was something, that was one of the realest ones right there. You know, when your grandparents, when your parents tell you, stop doing this and stop doing that, you continue to do it. Don't do this, don't do that. You continue to do it. They try to prevent you from them dangers ahead. But you know us as a kid or a teenager, we curious. So a lot of the shit that they were telling us about, that shit was going one ear out the other ear. Because the only way we learn is through experience, right? That's the only way we learn. The only way we learn is through experience. So my thing is this. Society has got to a point to where people act like they wasn't a teenager before. We have got to the point where people act as if they were never in certain positions before. And that's the part of life that bothers me. Because I come from a walk of life that everything that I have lived, everything that I have endured, everything that I have survived is a part of my life. It's a part of me. It's a part of my story. You know what I'm saying? Look at Miss Lady T say she used to sneak out and go see a boy. Miss Lady T, now come on now. Come on now. But see, Miss Lady T, people like Courtney, I don't know my girl Skylight, but we have a lot of people who just snuck out the house. Miss Lady T, we have a lot of people who just snuck dudes in the house. We have a lot of dudes who just snuck girls in the house. This is the problem with society, right? Society in 2022 act as if a lot of the shit that we're seeing now has never happened before. Everybody want to act so new to, oh, it's such, come on, man. What the fuck all this selective outrage come from? I mean, Ms. Virgo say, I still had to let my mom know where I was going at all times. And that was good, Ms. Virgo. That was good. See, I was one of them kids. I lived with my grandmother. Man, my grandma let me get away with any and everything. My grandmother defended me even when I was wrong. I mean, my grandma, she pretty much let me do what I wanted to do. But there was a lesson I had to learn. It was a lot of lessons I had to learn through experience. You know, a lot of the stuff that my grandma used to say, I used to be like, yeah. You know, when you young and older people trying to tell you something, you just think, oh, they old, they don't know what they talk about. But you ain't realizing at that point in time that this person has lived the life that you're going through. The person that's telling you, the person that's trying to prevent you from making the mistakes have already been through what you're going through. They see the resemblance of your action. But Lady T say, but never had sex until I got out of high school. Okay, Miss Lady T, but you should have been singing out that one. Hey, Nene B. See, I was off the porch. I was one of them kids off the porch, man. I used to fight. Man, I used to, have bikes. I had the little neighborhood gang. I used to have all the little kids. You know what I'm saying? We used to be together, tough, hanging together. I used to run the little clique and everything. Like, I wasn't always the person I am today, but if I didn't look back at the person I was then, I would not be able to be the person I am today. I would not be able to sit and talk to my kids and try to help them understand how important principles is, how important morals is, how important character is, how important integrity is, how important honesty is. Because this is shit that I had to go through and I had to learn firsthand. And I had the experience to be able to sit down and talk to my kids when I see my kids doing some of the things that my grandparents saw me doing and was trying to tell me. And guess what? At this point in time, I'm getting the same type of kickback from my kids that I was giving to my grandparents when I was my kids' age. So I'm understanding now that this is a phase of life that we all must go through. But my whole thing is a lot of these people that act like they never done nothing. So is it safe to say that everybody don't jump off the porch? I remember I used to go to high school dances. I would come home at like 12 o'clock at night. I never got fussed at. And on the weekend, my grandmother was a cook at the little country clubs. My grandmother was a cook at the country clubs during the weekends on Friday and Saturday. She would go out to the country and cook at this club where she catered, and she wouldn't come home to like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So on Fridays and Saturdays, oh, I was really off the porch on Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday, I was off the porch like I would be out to about 1 o'clock. On Fridays and Saturdays, shoot, man, I be hanging out like I'm like a grown up. I was like probably 14, 15 years old. On Fridays and Saturdays, I was out there. I knew my grandma was going to work. Man, look, I'm out. I ain't coming home until I think my grandma coming home. You know what I'm saying? That's how much off the porch I was. I was off the porch. I was everywhere. I was everywhere, and they was never there. You know what I'm saying? I hung with all the OGs. I hung around the OGs, and still to this day, they have none but respect for me. I have none but respect for them. But I hopped out the porch at a young age, and I had to go through a lot of shit to understand. I had to go through a lot to get the understanding of life that I have today. And I'll never forget hopping off that porch. I'll never forget growing up the way that I grew up. I had great parents. I had great parents. I had great grandparents. But at the end of the day, they couldn't live the life of our son. See what I'm saying? I had to live this life. Yeah, they taught to me, don't do this, don't do that. They try preventative measures. Don't do this, don't do that. I used to hear that all the time. Man, I got so many war wounds, cut fingers hanging off, all type of, man, I got so many scars and stabs and shots and all type of shit, man, from a lot of shit that could have been prevented. But it's almost like the temptation of somebody telling you not to do something that makes you want to do it. They be like, don't do that. But that shit is like, damn, wonder why they don't want me to do that. That shit make you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker tell you not to do something, they kind of make you curious. And they say curiosity kill the cat. So when motherfuckers say, don't do this, don't do that, that shit kind of make you want to do it because you want to know what the fuck, what you trying to hold back that I don't know. I'm trying to find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of time people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of time people, you know what people care about you. You know if people love you. Because if don't nobody stop you and try to tell you different when you going down the wrong path, when you doing something you don't supposed to do, that's when you know people don't care about you. But if somebody stop you and say, hey, don't do that, that's not going to work out for you. Hey, don't do that. See, I come up in an era where, what's going on, Miss April? I come up in an era where the neighborhood helped raise the kids. So when I used to hear that term, it takes a village to raise a kid, I grew up in that village. I was a part of that village where, as if I was down the street fucking up, the neighbor could get my ass. I'm finna take you to your grandma. The neighbor whoop my ass and go take me to my grandma and tell my grandma, I caught his little ass down there, pulled his pants down, such. I told his ass up too. And guess who my grandma say? Okay. And my grandma grabbed my ass by the same shirt and she tell my ass up too. Nowadays, you can't, these parents nowadays don't want you saying shit to their kids. These parents nowadays will let their kid disrespect elderly people and they'll sit there and laugh at that shit. They'll record it. They'll put it on TikTok. Oh, it's funny, all on Facebook. Little bitty ass kids disrespecting elderly people. That's what the world has came to. Because these disrespectful ass kids come from kids that their parents didn't jump off the porch. Their parents ain't struggled in life. Their parents ain't seen a hard time in life. Their parents really ain't had them old-fashioned ass whoopings. You get what I'm saying? I remember my grandma would tell me the worst ass whooping I ever had was go outside and get me a switch off that tree. You go outside and get a switch off the tree, you go find the smallest switch on the tree. My grandma would say, go out there and give me a goddamn switch off that tree. I'm finna tear your ass up. All right, grandma, I'm finna go get one. You go out there to the tree, you go out there and find the smallest goddamn switch on the tree. I take that little bit ass switch back in there to my grandma. She said, what the fuck is that? All right, well, I go get it. Boy, my grandma go out there and get 3 switches off the tree. Braid them motherfuckers together, boy. But guess what? I love my grandma because it was them ass whoopings that taught me a lesson. It was them ass whoopings that my grandma gave me when I deserved them ass whoopings. Because I used to do a lot of shit and I used to be in a lot of shit. Miss April say, I snuck out the house, but I was also raised to get a job, take care of me, and not fucking and sucking to make it. Exactly, Miss April. Exactly. We all took chances. Got a job, go to school. Darlene Williams say, hey, just chiming in before turning it in for tonight. Just checking out what you're basically saying. Okay, yeah, we just talking about hopping off the porch tonight, Miss Darlene. Yeah, man, little Mac. Man, my grandma say, go out there and get me a goddamn switch. I go out there and find the smallest switch on the tree, take it back in there. Boy, she come looking at my ass like I got shit on my face. My grandma say, all right, you wait right here. I'm finna go out there. She'll go out there. And the one switches that I heard, the regular switches wasn't that bad. But man, my grandma found some switches off a willow tree. And them willow tree limb like goddamn like a goddamn what that thing is, like a whip. Y'all, if y'all know what a willow tree limb is, put a one in the chat. That shit like a whip, man. That's some bitch, man. You get your ass whooped with a willow tree limb. That shit wrap around your ass like, I'm talking about sting. Oh my God. Sting like a motherfucker. But you know what? I used to be like, man, this shit ain't right. But you know what? As a grown man, I can think back to all of the ass whoopings I ever got. I deserved them. I ain't never get an ass whooping that I didn't have coming to me because I was a terrible goddamn kid. I was terrible. I was always doing shit. See, everybody, look at these females talking about sneaking out the house. I snuck, man. I remember man, look here. I remember this one time. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I try to come on. I try to come on my channel and I try to speak as real life as possible on my channel. Because, like I say, I support the injustice of R. Kelly, but I don't know R. Kelly personally to be that emotionally involved in, certain aspects. But one aspect I can speak is to the reality of the situation that this brother is going through, that I understand that I'm not subjective from that reality as well. You know what I'm saying? That could be my son's reality. That could be my uncle's reality. That could be my dad's reality. And that is what people are not looking at, the reality of this situation. And the outcome of this situation weighs heavy on our community when it comes to our people. Lil Max say, I stayed getting my butt whooped as a kid. Man, I'm telling you, man. Ms. Darlene said, we got whippers with extension cords and belts. Man, look, I'm telling you. I ain't get an ass whooping that I didn't have coming. I'm finna tell y'all a little story time, right? This is story time, right? Y'all gonna trip out, right? I remember I had a girlfriend. I was probably about 15, 16. And so we went to school, we went to high school together and everything. And this was my little high school sweetheart. She was a year ahead of me. When I met her, she was a freshman in high school. I was in middle school, 8th grade, getting ready to go to high school. But long story short story long, I don't want to keep you long, so I ain't gonna tell it to you wrong. Y'all heard me. I said, y'all heard that shit. But man, look, I'm in high school, little puppy love, going through the little puppy love stage or whatever. And one day, the girl that I was dating at the time, she was like, you want to sneak in the house? You know what I'm saying? But now you understanding, y'all. Check this out. She asked me, did I want to sneak over to her house? My dumb ass, not even thinking about the simple fact that I gotta sneak out my house first. Oh shit. Man, look here. Now that I think about this shit, that I'm grown and I go back and think about this shit, right? Me and her on the phone, right? We conjuring up a plan for me to sneak in her house to come see her. My ass, it never dawned on me that I gotta fucking think about how the fuck I would sneak out my house to get to her house. So we got everything planned. You know what I'm saying? We got everything planned as far as me sneaking to her house. How I'm gonna come in the house, what door I'm gonna come in, where her mama room at. Everything, we got everything planned to the T. But my ass ain't even thought about, Big Vi, you gotta sneak out your house first. Oh, long story short, so I don't keep you long. Look here. So, man, so now here you go, man. I done got dressed. Boom, I'm fresh, man. I got on me a LeBron jersey. I'm fresh. I done got dressed up like I can leave. I got dressed up like I was finna go on a date, man. I was dressed up like I was going on a date just to sneak out the house to her house. So my grandparents go to sleep. Man, I was sitting around. But I'm gonna tell y'all about my house though. I ain't tell y'all this part about my house. Man, my grandparents had a security alarm on the door. A sensor on the door on the house doors. So every time the house door will open, that motherfucker will say, beep, beep, beep. Every time the house door will open, that motherfucker will say, beep, beep, beep. So I say, man, how the hell am I gonna get out of this house, man, in a decent amount of time to get over to this girl house so I can make it back home before we had to go to school, whatever. So, but I done jumped off the porch at this time, but I'm still, you know what I'm saying, I still can't, do certain shit. So what I do was I go and open the door around about, I knew my grandparents go to bed like 8 o'clock. So I opened the door around about 9 o'clock. So when I opened the door, this is how long we was conjuring the plan though. So I opened the door about 9 o'clock. And I just never shut it all away. Cause I knew if I shut it all away and reopen it, it was gonna beep again. Beep, beep, beep. So I opened the door and let it beep right about 9 o'clock, but I pushed it up and I didn't shut it all away, but I locked the screen though, so if somebody came, they wouldn't be able to just walk in. So I got this part set up. So around about 11 o'clock, man, I sneak out the house. I'm walking. Tell me why I get chased by a damn dog. Tell me why I get chased by a damn dog. Oh my God, that was just the beginning. I mean, I went through hell trying to get to this girl. I got chased by a dog. Kept on running. I got away from the dog, stopped a little bit, gave my breath back. So I'm walking. Now, remind you now, we didn't have no cell phone. So only thing that she knew was I was on the way. The only thing that she knew was that she just knew I was on the way. So now I got chased by a dog. Fucking outran the dog. Started breathing hard like a motherfucker. Had to stop, take a break. So I started back walking. She stayed across town. So it was about a good 15-minute walk for me. So soon as I get close by her house, it started raining. It started raining as soon as I get close to her house. So I go to her room one. I hit the one like she told me to do. Hit the one, go to the back door. I hit the one, walking to the back door, didn't even see the goddamn clothesline. Man, I walked clean into the goddamn clothesline. Motherfucker hit me in the neck, choked the fuck out of me. I was still determined though. It's raining like a motherfucker. So here it come. I get to the back door. I'm standing at the back door. Here she comes. She come open the back door. Now I'm feeling like, yes, I done made it over here. Came in the back door. Now remind you, it was raining. Now it just started raining. So when I get in the back door now, I'm coming through the back. I come through the back door. All of a sudden now my goddamn shoes doing making the noise because they wet. Oh my God, man. I had to hurry up and hop out the goddamn shoes, pick them up, and tote them in my hand. So we going down the house. We walk past her mama though. We going down the hallway. She thought her brothers was asleep. One of the brothers opened the door and say, "Oh, I'm finna tell it." She hit the little dude so hard, I think she knocked his ass out because I ain't hear nothing else from him no more. So I kept on going, went in the room anyway. Got in the room, she shut the door. I'm sitting on the bed, she coming there, motherfucker. I'm nervous as fuck. Like, God damn, man, I just snuck over here. Then the little brother didn't call me. I'm asking her, I thought everybody was asleep, me and her going back and forth. Around by this time, it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So we going back and forth. So next thing you know, I'm sitting in the bed. I lay down. Darlene said, "You must have already been trying to get some that night." No, yeah, I was really trying to. I was really trying to. I thought it was gonna happen. So Miss Darlene, look though, Miss Darlene, look. So I lay down in the bed. She get in the bed. I lay down in the bed. Tell me why her younger brother coming there crying. So she put him in the bed in front of her. I'm behind her. So I'm nervous as hell. I can't go to sleep. I'm just sitting here. Tell me why the brother that she hit when I first came in the door, he come in the door again. He gonna say, I'm finna go tell mama. Man, she hopped up like fucking, man, she hopped up so fast and grabbed this little motherfucker. I told her, I say, look, I'm finna leave. I'm about to leave. She say, well, give me some time to put them to sleep and then I'm gonna call you back. But need to mind you, I gotta walk all the way back home. So I get up, I put my shit on. I tote my shoes to the back door, put them on at the door, I leave. By this time it started raining. I didn't walk back the same way. I already got chased by a dog on my way. So I already say I can't walk back their way. I gotta walk back the other way. So I took another way home, got to the house, and tell me why my goddamn grandma had to got up and locked the goddamn door on me. Oh my God. Tell me why my grandma had to got up and lock the door. She had to got up and lock the goddamn stream door in the house door. She had to got up and lock the stream door in the house door. Here it is, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, goddamn. I'm locked out the house. I gotta make a decision. To ring the doorbell to get in. Boy, man, I went through all that shit. I went through all the shit that I went through that night with the expectations of, you know what I'm saying, making the shit happen. I thought that was gonna be the night we were gonna settle the score. I thought we were gonna settle the score that night. Man, I went through all that shit just to get back home. My grandma didn't lock the stream door. Now I gotta ring the doorbell to get in. And man, she comes to the door with a goddamn leather cowhide belt, my grandfather belt. All y'all probably know the type of belt I'm talking about. Your grandparents had them cowhide leather belts with their names stitched on the back of it. My granddaddy had a leather belt with his name stitched on the back of it, made out of cowhide. It's a leather belt though. It got leather and cowhide with his name stitched on the back of it. This belt is thick. This motherfucker is heavy as fuck. I gotta ring the doorbell to get in the house or sit outside all night. Even if I would have sat outside all night, in the morning time, my grandma would have came to wake me up for school. I would have been in trouble anyway. So I say, I'm gonna go ahead and take my ass whooping. At least I'll be able to go to sleep for about an hour or two and then wake up and go to school. More of the story was, I took a chance that night that didn't pay off for me. I got my ass whooped and everything. Boy, look here. I say I was off the porch. I was taking them chances, man. I was taking them chances. And it wasn't that I wasn't raised right. My grandparents was raising me right. My grandparents raised me right. My grandparents didn't condone and none of the bullshit that I was trying. You know what I'm saying? I tried a lot of shit. That was me. I used to try a lot of shit. No, I ain't get none, man. I don't even think I got a kiss. I don't even remember if I even got a kiss. I don't. Man, I did the dash that night. Man, I got rained on. I got chased by a dog. I got rained on. I got clothesline. Then got in the house, I got fucking caught. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Then when I got home, I was locked out. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And the shit's so crazy, right? Let me tell y'all what my grandma used to say about the girl. My grandma would say, that girl ain't for you. My grandma said, that girl the devil. My grandma always said, that girl thinks she too much. You know how your parent, my grandparent, my grandma used to always say, that girl thinks she too much. That girl thinks she better than you. That that girl, you don't need to be talking. My grandma didn't like this girl. And then I went through all this shit that night to get to this girl. And then none of the shit paid off for me. Then I got an ass whooping when I got home. Boy, I tell you, boy. But I was off the porch back then. I hopped off the porch back then. I was willing to take that chance. Not that I wasn't raised right. Not that my grandparents wasn't telling me the right shit. It's because I had hopped off the porch and I wanted to take them chances my goddamn self. I wanted to take them chances myself. You know what I'm saying? I took them chances myself. I took them chances. But I tell y'all, man, what's up, J-Dog? I took them chances, man. Man, I thought that night was gonna be the night. I thought that night was gonna be the night to make it right. Man, I got chased by a dog. I got rained on. I got clotheslined by a fence. I got in the house, got caught by her brother. Had to get up out of that motherfucker. Got home just to know that the lock was on. Had to ring the doorbell to get in. Got my ass whooped again. Boy, and me and that girl, we ended up breaking up. We ended up splitting up a little bit after that. I think, we broke up a little bit after that. You know what I'm saying? But man, hey, that just to show you. Don't nobody have to make you do shit. When you like somebody, like these people talking about they been like being forced to do shit, that's a motherfucking lie. I tell you that. When you like somebody, you will go through extreme measures to do what you will go through measures to get to them. You will go through extreme measures to get to them. Now, if it's somebody you fuck with, I'm telling you, man, can't nothing or nobody stop you from getting to them if there's something that you want to do. You gonna try. You gonna try. Trust me, I'm telling you, you gonna try. You gonna try your best to get to them. That's one thing I know. That's one thing I know. All these people on the crowd, victim and this, that, and the third. Look here, there ain't no victim. You just was fucking with somebody that you wanted to fuck with, and you went to extreme measures to get to them, and the shit just didn't work out the way that you thought it was gonna work out. But I thank God that I was hopping off the porch at 14, 15, 16. Because when I became an adult, a lot of that childish shit that I was doing then, that shit was over with. That shit didn't mean nothing to me. I had to tell myself, look, I ain't chasing nothing. I ain't chasing no relationship. I ain't chasing no friendship. I ain't chasing shit that don't want to be still, had, or kept. None of that shit. Because if a motherfucker want to fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you. If a motherfucker want to deal with you, they gonna deal with you. If they want to see you, they gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? If they want to fight you, they gonna fight you. If they want to cut you off, they gonna cut you off, whatever the situation may be. You have no control over that. But see, these people on the other side, a lot of these people want to talk about these accusers, man. A lot of these accusers, this whole situation was the first time they jumped off the porch into some shit that they didn't have no clue of. They should have listened. They should have listened to somebody. They should have listened to somebody. See, they hopped off the porch and they wasn't ready. See what I'm saying? That's why a lot of the strongest females are the females that hopped off the porch early. A lot of them females that understood what temptation was. A lot of them females that understood morals and principles. A lot of females that understood self-respect at an early age. Those are the females nowadays that are having success in life. But you get those females that ain't hopping off the porch until they 18, 19, 20. Some of these motherfuckers ain't hopping off the porch until they 21, 25. Some of them ain't hopping off the porch until they 30. Some of them hopping off the porch later than that. But then they want to blame everybody for shit that don't go the way that they think it's supposed to go. But when you hop off that porch at 13, 14, 15, your adolescent years, you learn a lot of shit. You learn what's gonna work for you, what's not gonna work for you. You learn all of that shit. When you hop off the porch at a young age, you bump your head, you make mistakes, you give yourself time to make correction. You give yourself time to adjust. See, when you 18, 19, 20 years old, and you fuck up, guess what? You don't have no other alternative but prison. You know what I'm saying? You hope it ain't a situation like that. But if you 18, 19, 20 years old, and it's your first time hopping off the porch and you get an offense, guess what? You got to deal with that shit as an adult. See, that's why you got to hop off that porch at 12 and 13 and 14 and 15, 16. So when you make them fucked up ass choices within them adolescent years, you got somebody there to correct you. Your parents can save you. The community can save you. The neighborhood, that village that we talk about. It takes a village to raise a child. But when you fucking wait to hop off that porch when you're an adult, the consequences can be much more severe when you wait to become grown just to hop off the porch. And everybody understand. I hope people understand what I mean when I say hopping off the porch. That means when you out here doing what the fuck you want to do and being rebellious and not listening to your parents, your grandparents, whomever, adults or whatever. When you hopping off that porch and you out here running wild trying to figure out what it is, what life's about. When you discover yourself, when you discover your body parts and you want to know how do they work, that's hopping off the porch. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Man, I hopped off that porch early. I hopped off that porch early and I realized what worked for me. I realized what didn't work for me. And guess what? I took the good and the bad. I took the good and the bad. I took the good and the bad. I took the good for progress. I took the bad to remind me where I came from and where I don't want to go back to. A lot of times a lot of people don't like to take the bad. People don't like to remember the bad shit they've been through. People don't like to remember the bad shit they went through. But it was that bad shit, them bad situations you went through that made you the person that you are. It's them bad situations you went through that made you hungry. Them bad situations you went through that make you not want to go back. It's them bad situations you can look back up and tell yourself, look, I don't give a fuck what I go through in life. I'm not going through that again. Lil Mac, what up, man? Lil Mac, you at work? Lil Mac say the gin belt. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And when you get 13, 14, your goddamn parents whoop your ass with anything they can get their hand on. Shit. It ain't even a belt. When you 13, 14, 15, you get an ass whooping with whatever's in sight, whatever's in reach. When you get 13, 14, 15, you get your ass whooped with whatever that's in reach. Anything they can get their hands on, that's what they're going to whoop your ass with. Hell yeah, man. But I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, man. I got some paperwork to fill out, but I just had a question. You know what I'm saying? What age did most people jump off the porch? I seen 14 for a lot of people. A lot of people are saying 14. I think that between the ages of 13, 12 and 14 is when most people jump off the porch. You know what I'm saying? I jumped off the porch at about 12, I think it was. Probably about 12 or 13, I jumped off the porch. You know what I'm saying? So to each and every one of you all that came over and visited tonight, I hope y'all have a blessed night. Guess what? Uh Big Vi got some good things coming, good things in the making, good things in the work for me. I'll be moving. I'll be doing some moving for the next few days. And I also have a dentist appointment on Friday. I know when I have my dentist appointment, I may not be on, so I'll probably be in the chats, but I probably won't be doing too much talking in the lives or whatever like that. But I will be probably coming through in the chats looking to see all the supporters and all the support from everybody. Uh I'll be moving, and me and my son will be moving into us a little apartment or whatever, and we just got some. Hopefully, we got some good things in the works, in that aspect. Um, like I say, man, life is life, and there's some in it when you get to this point, the only thing you can really do is live it, right? When life get to this point, the only thing you can really do is live it. So I think I'm gonna have me a virtual housewarming party. I think I'm gonna have me a virtual housewarming party so that everybody can celebrate with me because this is my family right here. The Big Vibe Opinion Gang, this is my family right here. So I want you all to celebrate with me just as well as with me and my son, just as well as the people that's actually, physically support me as well. So I'm gonna have a virtual housewarming party so that y'all can see, uh, you know, just a little small accomplishment or feat that I've accomplished, and I thank each and every one of y'all that get up on here and support me with in the encouraging words and just to say, hey, Big Vi, I fucks with you. Big Vi, I rock with you. That mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are my peace. Y'all give me a peace of mind when I'm able to come on here and speak the way that I speak. And we had these great conversations that we always have, speaking on real life situations. So with that being said, I'll let y'all know when I'm having a virtual housewarming. So make sure y'all be prepared so we can uh turn up, turn up, turn up. All right. Y'all be great.